Trainers, it's now time for the participants to start developing their action plans. This is another critical part of the training where you as trainers are going to have to be engaged with each participant to kind of assist them as they need assistance in developing their action plans. In past trainings, we've noticed that some participants are able to do this without any help whatsoever, but other participants really struggle. Sometimes they have trouble organizing their thoughts clearly, and they might not put their actions in a chronological order. They may not have realistic timelines. They may be talking about doing something that is outside of their realm of influence within the particular library. All of these areas need to be looked at, they need to be discussed. You need to get them to change their action plan so that they can understand, they have something that they can actually do when they leave the training. It's also important for the participants to know that this is the first step in writing an action plan, and that action plans will change. When they go back to their library, they may have to make some changes in that action plan, in the actions, in the timelines, and so on and so forth as they get approval from people around them, as they discuss these plans with people, with others in the library. So now that we're going back to the slides where we're talking about developing your action plan. Since you now have your innovative idea in a STEP goal, you're going to now answer the first question on your action plan, which is, do you need to get permission from a supervisor, director, and or colleagues before implementing the goal? And if yes, please explain. And you should ask all the participants to fill out this particular part. In fact, if they answer yes, this should be the first action that they have on their action plan. The action plan has 4 columns. They need to write all the actions that they have to take to get this goal accomplished. They need to have timelines for each of the actions. They need to list who's going to be responsible for getting this done. It may be that they're responsible for everything. It may be that they have to involve others in getting some of the actions done. And they may have partners or not. For example, if they decide that they want to have a reading program for elementary or young school-aged children, then they might want to work with the schools on that kind of a program so that they would list the schools as a partner. But they don't always have to have a partner for their actions. The last 2 questions of the action plan are, do you need any resources or funding to implement the action plan? If so, please list. And how will you measure if your action plan has been successful? Once everybody has completed their action plan, you should check it. And you should also want to keep copies of this action plan so you can follow up in a few months to see, have they started to implement the action plan, what problems that they have. It gives you a good idea of whether or not the training has been successful and had an impact on the participants.